don't let what you know get in the way of what you can discover. Even after 27 years in this business of brand marketing and communication, I am still learning like I just started. And it is because I have decided not to assume that I know. That curiosity I take it very seriously. I'm talking about the curiosity that enables you to learn and grow. If you're pursuing a career, if you're trying to grow in creative services or in brand marketing and communication, or pretty much anything, any field in life, one of the most important qualities of a creative mind is curiosity. You need to be curious to be able to uncover things that nobody can teach you. In fact, nobody can teach you how to be curious, just the same way no one can teach you how to be creative. But what you can be given is an environment that encourages you to develop, or to not to develop it, because we all were born with curiosity. But what we need is an environment that encourages you to reawaken that curiosity in you. I've had quite a number of people come up to me and say that they are interested in learning how to make videos, how to edit videos, maybe how to shoot videos with their smartphone, or even how to shoot with a DSLR camera, in spite of the fact that that's not exactly my area of expertise. But they've seen me create stuff and they want to learn. And I always ask them the same thing. Have you seen, uncovered, come across websites, if their interest is web design, videos, if that's what they want, designs, graphics, that are the sort of thing you want to create? Have you seen anything that inspires you, that encourages you? And most of the time they say, no, they've not really looked at anything. And I'm wondering, so what is inspiring you to want to do this thing, if not just money? So I usually just tell them, before you come to me to teach you, I need to see in you a desire to actually learn. And oftentimes, when I challenge them to go back and return to me with a few examples of something that you've seen, that you are inspired by, that you think you might want to try to emulate, they never come back. They lack the basic curiosity to grow in creativity. We've already seen where it's been done, so you know it's possible. And that's one of the beautiful things about being curious. When you open your eyes and you open your hearts to receive stuff that has been done out there, wonderful things out there, you start to appreciate what is possible. And it enables you to actually aim as high as possible, because if you don't see what other people have done, you might not actually think that that is doable. So it's always the best place to start, to have that curiosity, to be able to explore what has already been done in that area, and then start to see how you can get to that point, at least for starters. Copy what somebody has done. Now, the interesting thing about curiosity is sometimes we think that curiosity is about digging into everything with a magnifying glass or a microscope and, being inquisitive, trying to find out everything about everybody. That is a different thing. That I actually use the word inquisitive. It's different from being curious. Curiosity is an openness to be amazed. It's an openness to be hit with wonder, and an openness to absorb, to discover. So it's not needling people to uncover things from them. Ask questions, yes, because questions are so important. But ask important questions for what you are trying to do. Don't bother people with questions that are none of your business. When we see something that looks similar to something that we already know, we quickly liken it to the thing that we already know and lock it down. So it's something that comes from having been exposed in life to a lot of things. So it's almost like maturing, getting older, robs us of our curiosity because we have absorbed so much information that it actually just blocks out the need to absorb life. So oftentimes, when I'm trying to get into an office or something, I'm at the front desk, or whoever is attending to me asks me my name, and I say Chubike, and immediately I say it because of the experiences I've had with people thinking that they know the spelling. I start to spell it immediately. I say, they ask me, what's your first name? I say Chubike, C-H-U-B. They don't even let me finish. They just stop me there and say, I know the spelling. And I tell them, I don't think you do. And they say, no, I know the spelling. And then I keep quiet. And I allow them to spell it. Then they start C-H-I-B. And I stop them. I say, you've already spelled it wrong. And they're usually surprised when that happens. And they stop and they'll be like, no, I got it right. Is it not C-H? Is it not Chibike? I say, it's not Chibike. I said Chubike. Why? I usually have to restrain myself from asking them, were you not paying attention? But here's the thing. Generally, as people, we believe that we've known enough for certain things. And so we block any additional information, any additional discovery from coming into our minds regarding that thing. So most of the time, the people who misspell my name or the people who reject my offer to help them spell it are Igbo people. The name is an Igbo name. So Igbo people believe that they already know. But they don't realize that there is Chibike and then there's Chubike. Chibike is usually spelled C-H-I-B-U-I-K-E. But my name is spelled C-H-U-B-I-K-E. They have slightly different meanings, but a lot of people and a lot of Igbo people don't even know this. And so they assume they already know it. And it blocks that curiosity because they just believe that they know it. It's one of the things that we need to work on in ourselves, to be able to allow that curiosity to unfold and that creativity to flourish by just agreeing that you don't know everything. It starts from there. I don't know anything. I'm open to discovering new things today. Anything that comes your way, start by believing you don't already know it. Allow it to teach you. And that is how I have somehow been able to keep myself growing. Even after 27 years in this business of brand marketing and communication, I am still learning like I just started. And it is because I have decided not to assume that I know. That curiosity I take it very seriously. And it led me to an expression: don't let what you know get in the way of what you can discover. It's similar to what Mark Twain was quoted as saying, I don't let my schooling get in the way of my education. So, as much as possible, allow yourself to be amazed. Open up to receiving new knowledge. Don't assume that you know everything. Just go into it with an open mind, open eyes, and open heart. Just like creativity, curiosity can be taught. You have to allow it to enter you. I can't teach you how to be curious. I can only provide an atmosphere for you to feel encouraged enough to be curious. When we were growing up in our environment here in Nigeria, probably across Africa, asking questions was a difficult thing for us because most grown-ups didn't entertain questions from young people. And, sometimes people got beaten for asking questions. So our generation grew up reluctant to ask questions. So even questions is a difficult thing. But the kinds of questions that your creative curiosity leads you to ask are questions that uncover things. Questions about how does that work? Where does that lead? How did you do that? Ask those questions. Ask those questions. Ask people around you, how did you do that? That's the only way. I'm fortunate that when I was starting in this career and I was learning the different creative skills, the different design skills, and I was surrounded by people who were already doing most of them. So as soon as I got stuck doing anything, I turned to somebody and say, hey, I'm trying to get past this point. How did you do that? I think I saw you do it yesterday. How did you do it? And they show me happily. So I believe in asking questions. I believe in asking. And, the interesting thing is now we have not just the internet, but we have AI. Ask it anything. I mean, like, we're in the age of questions. To be honest, the future belongs to people who ask the right questions. And one more thing, don't be afraid to copy. And when I say copy, I don't mean it in a derogatory sense, plagiarism or nothing like that. When you're learning, watch what other people have done. Use their work as a sort of mold to form yours. As you're doing that, you're sharpening your skills, you're exercising those muscles. So emulate something someone else has done. You can also just look at a person's piece of work and say, I want to create something that looks like this. And you go about trying, asking questions, being able to identify what it is about that piece of work that pulls you in. Say, I want to be able to create a background that looks like this. How do I put my buttons in front of this kind of object? What do I do to create a drop-down menu that has a shadow? Things like this. If it is website design you want to learn, find the kind of website that you want the website you design to look like. Have a goal and then go about trying to replicate that. The process of getting there will teach you so many things. And honestly, that is even the skill that makes it possible for people to excel using artificial intelligence. That the future belongs to those who can provide direction. So your greatest skill is not that I can design a website, or I can edit a video, or I can shoot. Your greatest skill is knowing where you are going. Your greatest skill is having an idea where the destination is, so you can begin to find ways to get there. That's what it is. So you don't first of all start looking for the path, looking for the road before you start to ask, where does this road lead? You first of all, you know where you're going, you know the destination, and you start to find the best way to get there. Don't forget, stay curious. And if you're not creating something, at least create an environment that makes creativity possible for someone else. I will see you in the next video.